What if I told you that something sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now could restore erectile strength, increase sensitivity, and help you last longer, all without a prescription, without side effects, and without spending hundreds of dollars on treatments that may not even work? I know that sounds too good to be true, but there's actual science behind why coconut oil, applied in a specific way to a specific area, can dramatically improve sexual function for men over 50. And I've seen it work for hundreds of my patients who were skeptical at first, just like you might be right now. The truth is, most men have no idea that the skin on and around the penis responds incredibly well to certain natural compounds. When used correctly, coconut oil can improve blood flow, restore elasticity, reduce inflammation, and even enhance sensation in ways that surprise men who thought those benefits were gone forever. If you've noticed decreased sensitivity, difficulty maintaining firmness, or just a general decline in sexual confidence, this isn't some miracle cure. But it is a scientifically backed technique that costs less than $10 and takes less than 5 minutes once a week. Today, I'm going to show you exactly where to apply it, how to do it correctly, and why it works at a cellular level. I'm Dr. Fiona Gray, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who thought their best days were behind them, men who believed that declining function, fading sensation, and lost performance were just inevitable parts of aging. And time after time, I've seen how simple, natural interventions like this can restore what they thought was permanently lost. This coconut oil technique is one of the most underrated tools in my practice. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that like button and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with men from all over the world who are taking their health seriously and refusing to settle for decline. Here's what most men don't realize about the skin and tissue of the penis after 50. As you age, 3 critical changes happen that directly affect your sexual function, and almost nobody talks about them. First, the skin loses elasticity. Think about a rubber band that's been sitting in a drawer for years. It gets brittle, loses its stretch, can't snap back the way it used to. That's what's happening to the delicate skin on your penis. Collagen production drops, elastin fibers break down, and the tissue becomes less flexible. This doesn't just affect appearance, it affects function. When the skin can't stretch and expand properly, erections feel weaker, less full, and sometimes even uncomfortable. Second, microcirculation declines. The tiny capillaries that feed the penile tissue with oxygen and nutrients start to narrow and become less efficient. It's like a sprinkler system that's clogging up. Some areas get plenty of water, others are starving. When those surface capillaries aren't delivering what they should, you get reduced sensitivity, slower arousal response, and tissue that doesn't engorge the way it used to. Third, chronic low-grade inflammation builds up in the connective tissue. This is silent damage you can't feel day to day, but over months and years, it stiffens the tunica albuginea, the fibrous sheath that surrounds the erectile chambers. When that sheath loses flexibility, you lose the ability to achieve maximum rigidity. It's like trying to inflate a balloon that's been wrapped in duct tape. The pressure is there, but the expansion just can't happen. Here's the part that frustrates me. Most men accept this as normal aging. They don't realize that these changes aren't inevitable. They're reversible. The skin can regain elasticity. Microcirculation can improve. Inflammation can be reduced. And coconut oil, used correctly, addresses all 3 of these problems with compounds that your body recognizes and responds to immediately. That's why today, I'm going to walk you through 7 specific benefits of applying coconut oil to the penile shaft and surrounding tissue once a week, and exactly how to do it for maximum results. Benefit number 1, restoring skin elasticity and flexibility. At a cellular level, coconut oil is rich in medium-chain fatty acids, specifically lauric acid, capric acid, and caprylic acid. These penetrate the outer layer of skin and get absorbed into the deeper dermal layers where collagen and elastin live. Once there, They provide the raw building blocks your skin cells need to repair and regenerate. Think of it like oiling a leather glove that's gone stiff. The fibers soften, regain their suppleness, and start moving the way they're supposed to again. Over time, this improves the skin's ability to stretch during arousal and return to normal afterward without micro-tearing or discomfort. Emotionally, this is huge. Many men don't even realize how much anxiety they're carrying about whether their body will respond correctly during intimacy. When you start feeling that your tissue is healthier, more resilient, less fragile, that anxiety dissolves. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop avoiding intimacy because you're worried about discomfort or embarrassment. You feel like your body is on your side again. Here's exactly how to do it. Once a week, after a warm shower when your skin is clean and slightly damp, take about a teaspoon of organic virgin coconut oil. It should be solid at room temperature but will melt in your hands. Warm it between your palms for a few seconds, then apply it to the entire shaft, covering all sides evenly. Use gentle, smooth strokes, not aggressive rubbing, and work from the base toward the tip. Let it absorb for 5 to 10 minutes before getting dressed. Do this consistently for 3 weeks, and you'll notice the skin feels softer, more supple, and responds better during arousal. Let me tell you about Martin, a 61-year-old retired teacher who came to my office frustrated because he said intimacy had become uncomfortable. He told me, "Doc, it feels like the skin is too tight, like it's not stretching the way it should. I'm avoiding sex because I don't want to feel that pulling sensation." I recommended he start using coconut oil once a week. 3 weeks later, he sent me a message. "I can't believe the difference. The discomfort is gone. My wife and I are intimate again, and I actually feel confident instead of anxious." Benefit number 2, improving microcirculation and blood flow to surface tissues. Medium-chain triglycerides in coconut oil have a vasodilatory effect. They help relax the smooth muscle in blood vessel walls, which allows those tiny capillaries to open up and deliver more oxygen-rich blood to the skin and underlying tissue. This is the same mechanism that happens when you exercise and your skin flushes, but coconut oil triggers it locally, right where you need it. Better microcirculation means better nutrient delivery, faster tissue repair, and improved sensitivity because nerve endings are getting the oxygen and glucose they need to function optimally. Emotionally, improved circulation brings back sensation that many men thought was lost forever. When you can feel touch the way you used to, when arousal happens faster and feels more intense, it reignites a part of your identity that's been dormant. You're not just going through the motions anymore. You're actually experiencing pleasure again. The practical application is the same weekly routine, but here's a key detail most men miss. Apply the oil with very light, circular motions that stimulate the surface capillaries without causing friction or irritation. Think gentle massage, not vigorous rubbing. This encourages blood flow without damaging delicate tissue. If you want to enhance the effect, you can apply a warm, damp towel to the area for 2 minutes before applying the oil. The heat pre-dilates the vessels and allows deeper absorption. Benefit number 3, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. Coconut oil contains powerful antioxidants, including vitamin E and polyphenols, that neutralize free radicals in the skin. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage cell membranes, break down collagen, and trigger chronic inflammation. When you reduce that oxidative stress, inflammation drops, and your tissue can heal instead of constantly being in a state of low-grade damage. This is like putting out a fire that's been smoldering for years. You don't see flames, but the heat was slowly destroying the structure. Once the fire's out, rebuilding can begin. Emotionally, chronic inflammation affects more than just physical tissue. It drains energy, clouds mood, and creates a vague sense that something is off. When inflammation decreases, men often report feeling more energized, more mentally clear, and more interested in intimacy. It's not just about erectile function, it's about feeling alive again. Practically, consistency is everything here. One application won't reverse years of oxidative damage, but weekly application over 8 to 12 weeks creates a cumulative anti-inflammatory effect. You're not just treating symptoms, You're changing the underlying tissue environment. Make it a Sunday night ritual or a Wednesday morning routine. Whatever works for your schedule, but stick to it. James, a 57-year-old contractor, had been dealing with what he described as chronic irritation and redness that his previous doctor dismissed as normal aging. He told me, "It's not painful, but it's always there, and it makes me self-conscious." After 6 weeks of weekly coconut oil application, he said, "The redness is gone. The skin looks healthier. I didn't realize how much that was affecting my confidence until it cleared up." Benefit number 4, enhancing sensitivity and nerve response. The lauric acid in coconut oil has been shown to support myelin sheath health, the protective coating around nerve fibers that allows signals to travel efficiently. When myelin degrades, nerve conduction slows down, and you lose sensitivity. By providing the fatty acids needed to maintain and repair myelin, coconut oil can actually restore some of the sensation that's been diminishing over the years. It's like replacing the insulation on old electrical wiring. The current flows more efficiently, and the response becomes faster and stronger. Emotionally, this is transformative. Many men over 50 feel like they're experiencing intimacy through a fog. They can feel touch, but it's muted, distant, not as vivid as it used to be. When sensitivity returns, so does engagement. You're present in the moment, instead of distracted by wondering if you're responding the way you should be. Here's the practical detail that makes a difference. Focus on the frenulum and the coronal ridge when applying the oil. These areas have the highest concentration of nerve endings and respond most dramatically to improved myelin health. Use your fingertips to apply gentle, sustained pressure while working the oil into those specific zones. Don't rush it. This is therapeutic, not mechanical. Benefit number 5, supporting natural testosterone absorption. This one surprises most men. Coconut oil acts as a carrier oil, meaning it can enhance the absorption of fat-soluble compounds through the skin. If your body is producing testosterone, and even after 50 you are, some of that circulating hormone can be absorbed more efficiently when the skin barrier is healthy and lipid-rich. This isn't a massive testosterone boost, but localized absorption in penile tissue can improve libido, tissue health, and erectile response over time. Think of it like conditioning soil before planting. You're creating an environment where what's already there can work more effectively. Emotionally, anything that supports testosterone naturally feels empowering because you're not relying on external interventions. You're optimizing what your body is already doing. That sense of self-sufficiency matters, especially for men who feel like their masculinity is tied to hormonal health. Practically, this benefit compounds when combined with healthy lifestyle choices. If you're sleeping well, managing stress, and eating nutrient-dense foods, your testosterone production is higher, and the coconut oil helps your tissue use it more effectively. The synergy is where the real magic happens. Paul, a 64-year-old sales manager, had been on the fence about testosterone replacement therapy. He told me, "I don't want to be dependent on injections, but I feel like my drive is gone." After 3 months of weekly coconut oil application, combined with better sleep and strength training, he said, "I feel like myself again. My energy is up, my interest in intimacy is back, and I didn't need to go the medication route." Benefit number 6, preventing and reducing scar tissue formation. This is the one most men don't know about, but it's critical. Micro-trauma from intercourse, vigorous activity, or even just the natural aging process can cause tiny tears in penile tissue. When those tears heal improperly, they form scar tissue, rigid, inflexible collagen that doesn't stretch. Over time, this can lead to curvature, reduced length, and decreased rigidity. Coconut oil's anti-inflammatory and regenerative properties help those micro tears heal properly without excessive scar formation. It's like applying a healing ointment to a cut, so it closes cleanly instead of leaving a thick, raised scar. Emotionally, men who've noticed changes in shape or firmness often feel ashamed or confused, wondering if they've caused permanent damage. Knowing that you can actively prevent further scarring and potentially improve existing tissue gives you back a sense of control. Practically, if you've experienced any kind of penile trauma, sports injury, rough intercourse, even aggressive self-stimulation, start the coconut oil routine immediately and maintain it for at least 6 months. You're not just treating what's already happened, you're preventing future issues. Apply the oil with particular attention to any areas that feel different in texture or firmness. Benefit number 7. Creating a protective barrier against environmental and chemical irritants. Most men don't think about it, but the penis is exposed to soaps, detergents, synthetic fabrics, chlorine, and other irritants daily. These chemicals strip away the skin's natural protective oils and disrupt the pH balance, leading to dryness, irritation, and increased vulnerability to infection. Coconut oil creates a natural antimicrobial barrier that protects against these irritants while maintaining healthy skin flora. It's like applying a sealant to wood. It lets the material breathe while keeping out moisture and contaminants. Emotionally, chronic irritation, even mild, creates background stress that you may not consciously notice, but that affects mood and behavior. When that irritation disappears, you feel more comfortable in your own skin, literally. You're not constantly aware of minor discomfort. Practically, if you swim regularly, wear synthetic athletic wear, or use heavily fragrant soaps, this protective benefit is especially important. Apply the coconut oil the night after exposure to harsh chemicals. It won't undo damage instantly, but it creates a healthier baseline that makes your tissue more resilient over time. Thomas, a 59-year-old who swims laps 3 times a week, complained of persistent dryness and flaking. He told me, "I've tried every lotion and nothing works. It's embarrassing." After I recommended coconut oil once a week post-swim, he reported back, "Within 2 weeks, the dryness was gone. The skin looks and feels normal again. I wish I'd known about this years ago." So here's your simple action plan. Step 1. Get organic virgin coconut oil. Not refined, not processed. Virgin. You can find it at any grocery store for under $10. Keep it in a cool, dry place. Step 2. Once a week, after a warm shower, take about a teaspoon of oil, warm it in your hands, and apply it evenly to the entire penile shaft using gentle circular motions. Focus on the frenulum and coronal ridge for enhanced sensitivity benefits. Let it absorb for 5 to 10 minutes. Step 3. Track your results. Note any changes in skin texture, sensitivity, comfort during intimacy, or erectile quality. Most men notice initial improvements within 3 days. Softer skin, less irritation. Deeper benefits like improved circulation and sensitivity typically show up around the 3-week mark. That's it. 3 simple steps. 12 weeks from now, you'll wonder why you didn't start this sooner. I want you to know something important. If you've been frustrated, embarrassed, or even ashamed about declining sexual function, you are not broken. Your body isn't failing you. It's asking for support. Better circulation, better tissue health, better care. Even after 50, even after 60, you are capable of vitality, of pleasure, of confidence in your own skin. The right tools and the right knowledge can restore what you thought was permanently lost. It's never too late to begin. If this video gave you hope or practical value, give it a like so other men can find it. Leave a comment below telling me, are you going to try this coconut oil technique this week? I read every comment and I'm genuinely curious who's ready to take action. Share this with a friend, a brother, or a neighbor who might need to hear this message. You might be the reason another man takes his first step toward reclaiming his vitality. And subscribe so you never miss my weekly evidence-based tips for men over 50 who refuse to accept decline as inevitable. You might be the catalyst that changes someone's life. I'm Dr. Fiona Gray, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost, it's waiting to be awakened. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.